Alright, we're gonna do a recess slide in my parents' home, popcorn ceiling, which I love and hate at the same time. We're gonna put 6 recess lights in here. We have here is this hooked up to the channel. We're gonna run a line up, go through that corner. So there's gonna be a bunch of holes in the wall, into the ceiling. Then we're gonna have to split at one point in going this way. We're gonna draw the line out to there. If you see that mark, then we're gonna go this way and we're gonna put 3 and we're gonna run the line down that way. So this eliminates making too many holes into the ceiling. Well, regardless, the ceiling is gonna be covered with drywall, but nevertheless, this is gonna be a pain in the butt. The best part is we'll make a hole up there, right at that corner, because that's where the stud is. And then we're gonna have to make another one into the ceiling because we have to punch a hole through the wood, and then we're gonna have to fish the line out. But first, we have to figure out which way the stud is, if it's on the left or the right. So once we figure that part out, I'm gonna punch the hole up above, and then we'll go from there. Disclaimer, I'm not an electrician, I'm not a licensed electrician, but I have a good concept idea of how these things need to be done. So if you're gonna plan to do this on your own, do it at your own risk. Make sure all the wires are in correctly and everything's grounded, and go from there. So I'm gonna punch the holes and we'll go from there. Let's do it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna show you guys, let me turn this light on. I'm gonna show you guys one thing to determine which way the stud is, if it's on the left side or the right side. So the stud is on this side. Only way you can find out, you see where the wire's coming in from back there? It's coming from the top left, okay? That's where it's coming in. This is also coming in from here. But what thing you can find out is by putting a screwdriver on the side, okay, you see it's hollow on this side, okay, so which means studs coming up from this side, so wires here, okay. So where I marked it is actually the wrong side. That's not where the wire is. The wire is going to be on the right side of the stud. So that's the hole I need to punch on the right side versus the left side. So I'm going to do that, and we're going to come back. Alright guys, so I'm going to punch the first hole, hoping I got everything right. I'm going to use one of these. These are the hole punches for recess slide that have like little dust shoot right here. But I'm not too faithful of how good this is going to work. I don't know if you guys can see it, this thing. So let's give it a try. Sort of worked. Interesting part is the studs are above the drywall, which makes me a little concerned. But interesting. I don't know how these drywalls are up, but if you can see it, it did manage to collect most of the dust. So if you guys can see, And this is double drywall. This is so weird. I don't understand why they have two layers of drywall in here, but it worked. So I'm gonna pass the lines, and I'm gonna punch the remaining holes here too, and see if I could just do. And I may not have to run too many holes in here. Maybe that's the front ones are the only ones. So let's see. Let me punch these out, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so these recessed lights come with these little speed connectors. So I ran the lines already, so these wires are not live. I haven't hooked up to the electricity yet, but I'm basically measuring the distance and all that stuff so I don't have to waste wire. But they come with these little speed connectors, and you have the ground, you have neutral, and you have the live wire. So black line is always black, is always live wire, so keep that in mind when you are wiring your recessed lights or anything else you're trying to wire up. The black line is always is live. Now, in some cases, if you're doing 220, you're gonna have a black and a red. So both black and red are the live wires. You wanna pay attention to that. So this just snapped off. Cool thing is, when you twist this, this just pops out. So you could fix that issue right there. Now I don't know why that snapped off, but hey, it happens. It's part of the work that you sign up for. Let me connect this ground wire. And then I'm gonna get a razor and kind of cut through this a little bit and open it up. So yeah. All right. Okay, let me show you guys what it looks like. All right, if you see this, these are the quick connects. You got 3 black and the white and the ground. So, and they're in the housing. So we're gonna do 6 recessed lights just like this. And then I'm going to show you guys how the wiring works to the plug. So let's do it. All right, guys. This is the source light, which means power is going to come into this, and then it's going to distribute out to the rest of the light. So this, I'm going to change this 3-prong quick connect, which if you sort of basically all you have to do is like twist open like so, and you pull it, and it should just pop out of its spot, like so. All right. And then I'm gonna add these quick ones. These have 4 inputs. These only have 3. So one is gonna be for the light, one's gonna be powered out to the rest, one's gonna be powered in from the source, and one is gonna be power circulating to another to the other side. So it's gonna have basically 3 outputs and single input. So we're gonna put the black line in first. Another squeeze just for safe measures. All right, I'm gonna wire these up and I'm gonna show you guys how it works. All right guys, we have light. Look at this. Look at this. So I ran the line through there. I had to do another one here because there's like a piece of wood right up here and there's pipes down there. So I couldn't let me see if I could show you guys, if you can see it. There you go. So there's pipes going up there and there's like wood right up there. Then down here, I'm gonna show you guys how the connection is. So the red line here, this is from the switch. So this is what turns the switch on and off. This is what turns this outlet on and off. So this is connected to the switch out there. So the black line, live line, gets connected to where the red line is, and the neutral line gets connected to this side, and ground, of course, to the ground. So now I have to patch this part up, but before I do that, I'm gonna have to run another line to here, where I'm gonna put an outlet plug here for the TV bracket, for the TV that's gonna be hanging here. It is a little low. I wish I had done it here, but the problem is there's a piece of wood right there, so that was gonna interfere with the whole thing. But here, it's okay. Now, there is a black live line here. So my main power source is gonna be from this, and that's gonna give me a full live feed into here. This is where I'm gonna put the junction box and stuff. So I did overcut it, but that's okay. We'll figure it out. And but yeah, so that's gonna be a junction box for the power source for the TV. TV is gonna hang here, and we'll go from there. And let me show you the wiring for where the split is. There you go. You see how there's 4 connections on each? So this wire, this is going to the switch. This wire is feeding the line on that side. This wire is feeding the line on that side. So there's a total of 6 recessed lights. I'm not hanging them yet because we're gonna scrape off this popcorn ceiling. So yeah. So let me know what you think, guys. This is electricity 101, I guess. This is all gonna get cleaned up. I will put little clamps here to tie all this up. I have to take these out anyways because, yeah. So I have to do it. I made a mistake, but I'm gonna take all these out, all the wires out, rework it, put the little clips here that will put all the wires in place, and so they're not clipped or scratched by these little sharp areas. So I'm gonna do that next, but basic wiring instruction is this: black to black, white to white, ground to ground. So there's a lot of work to be done to this place. And next thing I'm gonna do is I have to install a ceiling fan in this room. So that's gonna be the next episode, because now I gotta do the same thing. I gotta run wires to the ceiling fan from the switch, which is gonna be the same concept, but because we're gonna do an old construction ceiling fan install, there's special brackets we have to use for it that I'm gonna show you guys how to do that in the next episode. So leave your comments down below, let me know what you think, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Peace out.